Warning: the following content contains a lot of spoilers. If you don't want to get spoiled, feel free to click off this video and watch a different video of mine. You're free to come back here after you completed the anime. Viewers' discretion is advised. At first, I wasn't enjoying this anime since it felt boring to watch, but the ending got emotional. I have never felt bored with an anime only for something emotional to come up that immediately changed my mind. So let's get right to the introduction. Ao no Haco, also known as Blue Box, is based on a manga series written by Koji Miura. As of the time of recording, it has 23 volumes and 224 chapters since 2021. The anime series is still ongoing, with a second season set to be released in 2026. As of now, the first season has 25 episodes and ran from 2024 to 2025. It was animated by Telecom Animation Film, a pretty old animation studio since 1975. I will not list any anime they animated here because there are a lot to choose from. Now let's get right to reviewing. The story starts with a 15-year-old student named Taiki, and Taiki is a badminton player who is pretty passionate about it. But he has someone he loves a lot, who is a 16-year-old student named Chinatsu, and Chinatsu is a basketball player from the girls' basketball team. Both Taiki and Chinatsu will go to the gym every morning to practice mainly since it's quiet and no one else is there to bother them. However, one day, Taiki hears the news that Chinatsu's parents are going to be moving overseas for work, so Taiki goes to the gym early in the morning to tell Chinatsu not to move, but Chinatsu spills the tea and says she's not moving with her parents. She says she is going to stay here but move in with a family friend. So the next day, Taiki wakes up to see Chinatsu moving into his house. Turns out Chinatsu's mom knows Taiki's mom due to them being teammates in basketball. Taiki then feels flustered that Chinatsu lives with him because, like I said, he loves her but he doesn't want her to know that at the moment. Taiki then decides to focus on badminton and start his goal of making it to nationals, which Chinatsu will give him a wish bracelet just like she has one. Chinatsu also wishes to make it to nationals, but before I get into that, let me introduce this girl named Hina. Hina is a gymnastics girl who has been Taiki's friend since middle school. Hina will usually tease Taiki whenever he sees her or when they are close to each other. So you can call Hina a playful girl, but let me go back to the nationals wish. Taiki ends up losing an important match, which means he doesn't make it to nationals. Chinatsu makes it to nationals, but she ends up losing the finals after missing a buzzer beater shot, which if she had made that shot, she and her team would have won. But here's the crazy part while Chinatsu lost. Hina confesses her love to Taiki, but Taiki doesn't say anything back mainly since he's all confused and doesn't know how to respond. So Hina doesn't get an answer from Taiki after all. After Chinatsu lost in the finals, she started celebrating her 17th birthday and would later get promoted to be the vice captain of the basketball team. Taiki would take Chinatsu to the beach and give her a present, which is a cake for her and she loves it. However, the day gets ruined due to how it started raining all of a sudden, and both Taiki and Chinatsu cannot go on the train to go back home. So they decided to book a stay at a nearby inn together. Now here's where the story gets wild. There is an upcoming school festival in which Taiki's class is a play on Snow White where Hina plays Snow White and the person who plays the prince is a different classmate of theirs. On the day of the school festival and class play, the classmate who was meant to play the prince didn't show up, so the class made Taiki take the replacement. During the play, Taiki was all nervous and unprepared for the play due to how he never practiced or done anything like this, so he ends up not doing so well. At the end of the play, a prop falls on Hina and Taiki goes on top of Hina to save her, which they ended up quote-unquote accidentally kissing each other. This starts a huge rumor at the school that the both of them are dating and are in a romantic relationship. Turns out they didn't kiss after all and were close to kissing, so the rumors eventually died down. A few days later, the girls' basketball, badminton, and gymnastics team go on a training camp as a type of trip. During the trip, Hina thinks about her feelings for Taiki and wants to be with him. So during the campfire ritual, the badminton team manager named Ayame hears Taiki going back to the gym to get his sweater, so she plots to make him and Hina be together, which she does by asking Hina to get something for her. When Taiki and Hina are in the gym together, Hina then once again confesses her love to Taiki, but unfortunately for Hina, Taiki rejects her. This made Hina break down in tears and start crying uncontrollably. Ayame then comforts Hina about her getting rejected. However, she keeps crying and thinking about Taiki rejecting her. In the end, Taiki and Chinatsu agree to go to the mall together, which the anime ends with both of them meeting up, and he starts building his relationship with Chinatsu more. Gosh, I didn't want the anime to end with Hina feeling depressed. Let's move on to the animation. The animation is great. The colors that were used in the anime were done right. Plus, from my view, it was beautiful for me to look at. So yeah, let's move on to the opening and ending themes. Since the anime has 2 openings and 2 ending themes, let's start with the opening themes. The first opening is pretty good to listen to since it's performed by a band I enjoy listening to. The band that performs this opening is Official Hige Dandism, who also performs the first opening of Spy Family plus its movie Code White, and the first and second opening of Tokyo Revengers. The second opening is good, but not better than the first one since the first one had more energy, while this one felt calm and chilled to listen to. This opening is performed by Macaroni and Pizzu. Now the ending themes. The first ending is perfect mainly since it's performed by a Vocaloid producer I listen to. The Vocaloid producer who performs this ending is Eve, who also performs the 11th opening from My Hero Academia, the first opening of Jujutsu Kaisen, and the 12th ending from Chainsaw Man. The second ending theme is beautiful to listen to. This is how many ending themes from animes would sound like, and I love it. This ending is performed by Tomo. Now let's move on to the voice acting. I enjoyed the voice acting. It felt pretty good to listen to since every character had expected voices based on their personalities. There were funny moments with the voice acting, so I will give it that since the next part I will review is where I start losing a bit of enjoyment, which means let's move on to the pacing. I'm sorry to upset Blue Blocks fans who are watching this, but I am not a fan of the pacing. This is where I started to become bored with watching the anime to the point I wanted to drop it. The pacing felt like hours watching each episode, and yes, I'm saying the pacing was slow for me, but because the ending got emotional with Hina, I started getting more enjoyment from watching the anime. I hope you are happy that I watched this anime until the end, and because of all that, let's move on to the final review. Time for my final review for Blue Box. I'm placing Blue Box on Feel Free to Watch It, in between Inuyashiki and Shibari of a Failed Night. Once again, the pacing sucked, but the story and comedy is what I enjoy about it. The ending, gosh, poor Hina, I wish I could comfort her. Just go to the outro. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And please follow my socials in the description down below. Also, stay tuned for next week because it's Black Lagoon time. Until then, this is Enjeru, signing off.